Welcome, everyone, and welcome to Oscar Klefbom from Karlstad in Sweden. Thanks for everyone for joining on the video call, and also thanks to Oscar for participating. We'll be starting in a second. A reminder to all those participating, do not activate your camera. Our goal here is to have just Oscar on camera, so that way it's an uninterrupted feed for you afterwards, and we'll send you an email afterwards with files, etc. So just to hang on one second. Just to get us started, and Oscar, maybe just let us know where are you, how are you doing, and how have you been coping with all this?
Right now, I'm back home in my apartment, back home in Karlstad, Sweden. Weird times, like you said, Andre, earlier. Been up in my family's cottage up north, and tried to stay away from a lot of people, obviously, and big crowds. But well, it's crazy times. What's going on right now is very scary, obviously. But yeah, it's different to be home in March, and obviously this should be and I think it was probably the most exciting time of the year for a lot of players. So it feels weird to be home.
Why did you end up making the decision of going to Sweden?
We were talking a lot, my girlfriend and I, and we both agreed on going home with the dog would be a pretty smart decision. You know what's going on in the world, and a lot of borders were closing, and if you would have waited any longer, maybe some borders would be closed, and we would have a hard time going back. And it feels better to be here in Karlstad with the dog and close to family and friends. Even though Edmonton is a good place to be, and obviously we like it there. We would like to be here close to our friends and family.
I know the question is going to come to us from media, so the name of your dog and what type of breed it is.
It's an Australian Terrier, so it's a smaller dog. It's a Swedish name called Majsan. It's like I don't know how to translate it to English, but it's a cuddly dog, kind of a nice dog.
Question from Ryan Rashad, TSN, undog related. For a few years now, people have questioned the strength of the Oilers' blue line. Do you feel that this season has answered critics and proved something that the Oilers' blue line is better?
I think so, for sure. And yeah, just the way we played. Goaltending has been really good all year, but it's a good if you're going to win Stanley Cup and have a good playoff run, you need all the pieces to work. And this year, I think we had most of our pieces working really good for the big part of the year. And obviously, it feels like we had a good year from the blue line. And obviously, myself, I think I played pretty solid. So once again, it feels really weird, and obviously I would like to be in Edmonton right now, prepare myself for playoff, but we'll see what's going on. But this year was a pretty good year.
A couple follow-up questions with regard to some of your teammates on the blue line from Ryan Rashad, specific to Darnell Nurse. How have you seen his leadership style emerge in the room for the last few seasons? How important is he to setting a tone for the team?
He's very important, and I think there was no surprise that he got an assistant captain this year. Well deserved. Great guy in the locker room. Very professional. He's a big, strong guy, and is very, very, very important for us on the blue line. To have him healthy and playing a lot of minutes and strong minutes, that's going to help us in the long run. And I'm really looking forward to see Darnell play in the future and see where he end up, because he has a lot of potential.
And from Reed Wilkins, Ched Radio, what did you see in younger defensemen like Ethan Bear and Caleb Jones that allowed them to contribute as much as they did this season?
I'm very impressed by, first off, Ethan Bear, who came up early and really made a big impact to the whole league. I think did not expect him to play that mature and be very, very, very solid for almost every game, and that's something that I find really hard when I came up to be very consistent. And if you're consistent, you earn your minutes, and you play more, and you feel better about yourself, and you can eventually play with bigger confidence and better poise. But I'm just really impressed by how he came up, and from the first minute he played with a lot of poise and a lot of confidence, and I'm really impressed, and I'm very happy we have him in the organization.
Another question from Ryan Rashad, TSN. Have you noticed a difference between the way people in Sweden are reacting to this whole situation versus what you saw in Canada before you left?
Yeah, it's different. Obviously, it's different countries have different tactics of tackling this major problem right now. What's going on, but obviously, it's hard for me to sit here and say what's wrong or what's right. Sweden is going one way, and we just gotta figure it out, because obviously it's a bigger problem. It's bigger than hockey. It's bigger than any sport. So we just kind of try to make the best of the situation right now. Obviously, I try to stay away, like I said, try to stay away from any olders, obviously, and a lot of people. It's weird, but I think it's very important that everybody's taking this seriously.
A question from Mark Spector. How late are you willing to play into the summer and still start next season on time? Obviously, lots of rumors out there on what might happen. What would be what you'd like to see?
Obviously, like I said earlier, I think I saw something about Connor said if we start playing again, it's probably going to be the best playoffs ever. Everyone is healthy and hopefully healthy and well rested. So it would be very fun and very excited to go into a playoff when everybody is feeling fresh. But obviously, it's tough to say. I mean, it's going to be really weird to go in there and play in July, August, and be done maybe in late August, and then who knows when we're going to start next season. It's going to be very weird. But obviously, you want to go into playoffs, and we deserve to be in the playoffs. I think we've been having a good year, and like I said earlier, this should be and would have been the most interesting part of the year for us.
Another question from Mark Spector. What do you think of maybe changes that might happen when we come back? Is it possible you think that fans might not want to gather as 18,000 people together, or handshake lines after your playoff series? Have you thought of any things that you think might change after all this?
I don't know. It's hard to say. Obviously, if we go back and start playing again, it feels like the league and all the rules that's gonna come to this. It's gonna feels like they really want to have it under control. They don't want to go back on playing and gathering all the crowds. And like you said, 18,000 people, and then it's not really, the pandemic is not really done yet, and then here we go again, and people start to get sick, and here we go again. So it's gonna take some time for sure, and we really want to make sure we're good to go, because I think this is hard times, and obviously we want to play some hockey, and we want the fans to come and watch us play as well. So it's gonna be, if we go back playing, we probably want to make sure that we're good to go.
A couple questions from Rob Tichkowski, Post Media. How are you and how's everyone in your family doing? Has anyone you know been impacted by COVID-19 at this point?
I'm doing good. My girlfriend is doing good. My family's doing good, and everybody I know. Knock on wood. So far, we've been very fortunate to be healthy right now. But you never know. This is. It feels like it's changing every day. A lot of cases is popping up everywhere right now. But for now, I'm just very happy that my grandmothers and grandfathers and my related ones in my family is healthy.
Another question here from Daniel Nugent-Bowman, The Athletic. You had some injury problems earlier this year. Wondering how you're doing, how you're feeling health-wise, and what are you doing to train or to stay active?
In these crazy times, one positive thing is I have time to do whatever I can, and whatever needs to be done to stay in shape and take care of the body. So I'm doing good. It's tough to find good spots to work out and stuff, but obviously I like to go out on the countryside and stay in shape and go out for a run, and obviously do some workouts here in my apartment. So for me, it's fairly easy to stay in shape. But obviously, you want to go back to Edmonton and start playing again. That's that's what I'm living for and try to stay in shape for. You want to go back and be around the guys, be in the locker room, and obviously start playing.
Another question from Rob Tichkowski. Aside from hockey, what sport do you miss watching on TV the most, and why?
Aside from hockey, I miss the golf. The Augusta National is usually a fun time to, usually in Edmonton, and to be around some guys and watch the players play some good golf. I like that, and I'm gonna miss that for sure. And obviously, it's a lot of it's a big event, or was going to be a big event. The Euro soccer was going to be in this summer, so I'm gonna miss the soccer and the golf the most.
How much from Ryan Rashad TSN? How much communication are you having as a team, or are the players talking together on a chat group, that type of stuff?
We're talking a lot, but it feels like it's changing. New stuff is popping up every day, so it's you have to be open-minded, I guess, because you can hear one thing one day and then the other day is different. So we're just gonna take one day at a time here and see what's going on. But obviously, everyone is feeling the way I do. I think it's really weird to be home this time of year, and obviously when you've been playing some good hockey, you deserve to be on the ice for the most exciting time of the year. So we're just going to ride this out and take one day at a time. But I think all the players in the whole league want to get back playing.
Mark Spector with an interesting question. What is it like doing an interview without being chirped by Adam Larsson?
Oh, it's nice. Maybe I should go home with a laptop in Edmonton when we start playing again. It's different for sure, but I like that.
And Ryan Rashad asking if there's anybody in the chat group that is more active than others, that uses it more and seems to have more to say.
Darnell is our rep for the team, so he is coming with most of the information. But I think it's not really one guy who's talking and have a lot of ideas and stuff. I think we're very equal as a group, and we all think the same about this. Obviously, this is way bigger than any sport, and even hockey, obviously. So we got to be smart, but obviously we want to get back playing, and that's including the whole team.
One final question from Mark Spector, and Oscar, I'll be careful on how you answer this, but do you miss the Edmonton media?
I miss the Edmonton media a lot, actually. I'm going to bed talking to my girlfriend every night. Oh, I miss Mark Spector a lot. I miss him so much.
Good answer. Thanks very much, Oscar. Thank you to all the members of the media for joining us today. Oscar, stay safe, and all the best to you and your family.
Thank you, Andre.